Please help me to reach 1,000 subscribers. I never thought a simple text could turn my whole world upside down, but there it was, sitting on my phone like a ticking time bomb. My name is Alex, I'm 36 years old, and I always believed my marriage to Melissa was stable. We'd been together for 12 years, married for 8, and through all the ups and downs I thought we had a bond strong enough to survive anything. Or at least, I used to think that, until that day in my office changed everything. It was a Tuesday morning, the kind of day where the sky outside is gray, and the office hums with the low buzz of people too busy to care about anyone else's problems. I was sitting in a meeting, my laptop open, headset on, trying to pay attention to numbers and projections that suddenly seemed meaningless. My mind was half on the quarterly report and half on the weekend plans I had carefully mapped out to surprise Melissa with dinner. I wanted to make her feel special like I always tried to do, even if life had been chaotic lately. Then my phone buzzed. A quick vibration against my desk, nothing out of the ordinary. I glanced down, expecting a casual message or one of those work alerts I usually ignore. Instead, the screen lit up with her name in bold letters. My stomach sank the moment I saw it. I'm moving out. Again. This time it's permanent. Don't bother trying to stop me. The words seemed to float in front of me, almost unreal. I stared at the message, blinked and reread it, hoping it was some kind of cruel joke. Melissa had left before, sure, but every time she came back after a few days, a few weeks, sometimes even a month. We had worked through our fights, patched the cracks in our communication, and convinced ourselves that love was enough to keep going. But the word permanent hit differently. It wasn't just another argument, it was a verdict. I could feel my heart thudding in my chest, a rhythm I couldn't control. My mind raced through every interaction we'd had over the past few months. Had I ignored her feelings again? Was I too focused on work, or had I failed to notice the silent frustrations she carried behind her smile? I could remember last week when she quietly hinted that she felt unappreciated, and I had laughed it off, thinking she was overreacting. That laugh, that dismissive shrug, it felt like a punch now replaying over and over in my mind. I tried to focus on the meeting to at least appear attentive. The projector screen showed graphs I had memorized long ago, and voices around me were talking numbers, projections, growth percentages. But none of it mattered. All I could think about was her text, the again, that implied a pattern, the permanent, that implied finality. Every word felt like a weight pressing down on my chest, heavy and unrelenting. After the meeting ended, I couldn't move fast enough. My legs felt like lead as I walked to my car. The drive home was a blur of red lights, passing cars, and the gray morning sky pressing down on me. I rehearsed what I would say, the apologies I would offer, the promises I would make. Anything to stop this. Anything to convince her that we weren't done, that our love hadn't crumbled entirely. But when I opened the door to our apartment, it was eerily quiet. Too quiet. The bags weren't packed yet, but her absence was deafening. The air smelled faintly of the coffee she always made for me in the mornings, the faint scent of lavender from her favorite candle lingering like a ghost. And then I saw it, an envelope on the counter, my name written in her precise handwriting. I didn't want to open it, afraid that the contents would confirm the worst. But I did. Because sometimes the truth, no matter how brutal, demands to be seen. Inside was a note, short but devastating in its clarity. Alex, I can't keep doing this. I feel invisible, unimportant, and exhausted. I've tried to leave before, but I came back because I hoped things could change. They haven't. This time I'm leaving for good. I need space and I need my life back. Don't follow me. Don't call. I need this to be permanent. I sank into the chair at the kitchen table, the note trembling in my hands. The weight of it pressed on me like a physical force, leaving me breathless. I could feel a wave of disbelief, denial, and anger crashing over me, each emotion threatening to pull me under. I remembered every argument, every harsh word we had exchanged, and every moment I had failed to truly see her. I tried calling her. No answer. Texted. Read receipts told me she had seen my messages but chose not to respond. Panic set in, a cold knot twisting in my stomach. For hours I just sat there, staring at the walls of our apartment, replaying memories in my head. The laughter we had shared, the trips we had taken, the nights spent talking until dawn, they all felt like echoes of a life I no longer had. By evening, I made the decision to drive to her parents' house. Maybe they knew where she was. Maybe she had confided in them. But when I arrived, her father shook his head, a look of helpless resignation in his eyes. She hadn't mentioned coming by. She wasn't there. And that was when it truly hit me. This wasn't temporary. She wasn't just upset or overreacting. She had made a choice, and this time, it wasn't about anger or a fight or even frustration. This time it was about the end of a chapter one thought would last forever. I drove home in silence, the city lights blurring past, reflecting the chaos inside me. Every turn of the wheel felt like a countdown, every stoplight a reminder that life doesn't pause, even when your heart shatters. When I finally returned, the apartment felt emptier than ever. Her scent lingered faintly on the couch, the faint trace of her perfume a cruel reminder of what I had lost. And yet, amidst the heartbreak, a strange clarity began to emerge. I realized how much I had taken her for granted, how often I had dismissed her feelings, how I had assumed stability meant permanence. Love, I understood now, isn't about assuming the other person will always be there. It's about presence, attention, and respect every single day. I don't know where she is right now. I don't know if she'll ever come back. And I don't know how long it will take for the silence in our apartment to stop echoing her absence. But I do know this. The moment she decided to leave permanently, my life changed irrevocably. And in that change, I see the hard, painful truth I had ignored for far too long. I was lucky to have her, and I didn't realize it until she was gone.